Oke, ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much and good afternoon everyone, and yeah, nice to meet you again today in direct online meeting. But I think you don't need to have a long time to for our meeting today, but yeah, at least we'll try to meet each other and we will discuss about geometry, especially about for today's topics. And as we know that today I am in the mathematics laboratory. Come to the campus yet, and this is the situations, and yeah, this is your room, your classroom. This by the international class students. You will have the special room here. This is for international classroom, yeah, and there is several mathematical manipulatives that we will discuss, and yeah, there is just one from several room that we can use, and yeah, today we will have a lecture in this room, but in online. Hopefully, in the next year, in the we will have the good, more better situations, and we will meet each other in campus. But I think this is not so necessary to meet face-to-face today, because we can conduct lectures in online. I think this is no problem for us to discuss in online. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully you will have still healthy and safe at home. Yes, stay at home and safe and also healthy. And please follow the protocol, healthy health protocols. And okay, yeah. And then in general, in this semester, you already discussed about the geometry, not in face-to-face and also not in the online meeting like today, but we have another type of the online learning. We choose the asynchronous meetings. It means that I prepare the video and you can open the video every time and everywhere, and hopefully it is more easier for you to understand, because when you did not understand, you can repeat the video 1 or 2 times, 5 times, or 10 times. And I think this is impossible when you meet me directly and you ask me to repeat the explanations until 5 or 10 times. I think this is impossible. So you can use my video to understand. And then, of course, this is not all of the topic, all of the material that you have to discuss and I explain to you by video, but this is in general. And yeah, as students at the university, you have the independence times to learn by yourself. Yeah. So you it's better for you to have the independence times for learning and also discuss with your friends. So the lecturer at the university is not give a lot of explanations and also give the yeah, in Indonesia ceramah, yeah, but this is a more student-centered learning. Yeah, okay. But I think this you already doing the good job for you, and even in the half semester and also in the final midterm examinations, you have the good score and good results of your study. I think this, yeah, no problem for you even we discuss and learning in online. Ya, jadi saya kira tidak begitu masalah ya. Jadi nilai saudara dan keaktifan saudara di kelas online itu juga aktif dan bagus gitu ya. Saya kira tidak begitu masalah, dan mid semester juga hasilnya juga bagus gitu ya. Jadi tidak perlu khawatir gitu. Jadi saya mungkin perlu belajar mandiri lebih banyak lagi gitu ya, karena mahasiswa dengan siswa itu berbeda ya. Jadi siswa lebih banyak pendampingan guru, ya saudara sebagai mahasiswa sudah mandiri, lebih banyak belajar mandiri. 1 SKS itu 50 menit, artinya 50 menit untuk belajar bersama guru didampingi dosen, dan 100 menit itu mandiri. Gitu. Jadi saudara lebih banyak mandiri, diskusi dengan teman, dan berlatih. Saudara menggunakan buku dan bawa kertas coret-coretan. Gitu. Jadi belajar geometri itu tidak bisa hanya baca buku, gitu, tapi harus menyiapkan kertas, coret-coret. Gitu ya. Seperti ini juga saya gunakan papan tulis, coret-coret, dan sebagainya. Gitu ya. Dimanapun belajar geometri, siapkan kertas. Gitu ya. Okay, I think we will start for discuss today about geometry, especially about circle, and but we will start for discussing about I will share screen. Okay, first we have before we discuss about the circle, I already prepared the topic about the circle, but we have the problem that we can discuss together and solve together about this problem, and as an example of how to use the concept, the theory, the definitions that we already discussed and learned in this semester, and we can use this as how to solve the problem. Because the modern society is think about not only what we know, but also what we do with what we know. Ya, bukan hanya sekedar apa yang kita ketahui, tapi apa yang bisa kita lakukan dengan apa yang kita ketahui. Okay, this is one example of the problem that we can use the previous theory and also previous definitions to solve this problem, and that we can solve this problem together. And as we know that this is a given that the measure of the angle PAD equals to measure angle of the DCB is equals to 90, I'm sorry, 90, and then this is PAD. Okay. This is 90 degree. This is also 90 degree, and AE is perpendicular to BD. AE is perpendicular to BD, and also FC perpendicular to DD. Before we continue to discuss about to find the EF, is the ABCD is a rectangle. Can you answer is the ABCD is a rectangle or not? Or not sure? Please, you can answer.
Excuse me, sir. I want to
Yes.
try to answer.
Okay.
I think yes.
Yes, why?
ABCD is rectangle because in there have one angle equal to 90 degree.
Okay. So because there is at least one angle. The measure of the angle is 90 degrees, so we can say that ABCD is rectangle. Is based on the definition, the previous definition. Widaswara. Thank you for the answer. But we have to make sure that BC and AD is congruent. Congruent and parallel. Congruent and parallel, and AB and CD is also congruent and parallel. So we can say that ABCD is rectangle, and when at least one, because when this is one angle is 90 degree, so the other angle is also automatically 90 degree. So ABCD is a rectangle, and this is also the other given information that AB equals to CD is 9. So we can say that AB is 9 and DC is 9. So this is congruent, the same size, and also parallel. Yeah, and also AD equals BC equals to 12. Yeah, so this is 12, and this is also 12. Okay, and your work is to find EF. Do you have idea how to solve this problem? Can you share your idea, please? The first step to solve this problem, what we have to do in the beginning. Please, you can share your idea.
Sir,
Yes.
maybe we can find BD. We can find BD with
Okay.
Pythagoras,
Pythagoras.
theorem Pythagoras.
Okay, Pythagorean theorems. Yeah. Okay, we can find the PD with Pythagorean theorems. As we know that this, first we have to find the PD, and because you talk about Pythagoras or Pythagorean theorem, so it is close or related with triangles, especially right triangles, right? And so we can look at the triangle ABD. Yeah, so we can look at the triangle ABD. Triangle ABD is a, yeah, this is a right triangle. Yeah, so this is a right triangles. So we can start to talk about Pythagorean theorems, as Widaswara said that. Okay, PD equals to the square root of 12 square plus 9 squares. Yeah, this equals to 144 plus 81. So PD equals to, this you can count,
225.
225.
25.
okay. 200. Okay, and the last, the result? To find out.
15, sir.
15.
15. Okay, 15. Okay, yeah, thank you. So this is the reason I asked you to make sure that you hear and also follow and you're not sleepy, yeah, because this is yeah, as you know that this is 1 p.m. This is a time, it's good time for sleeping, and yeah, it's tired for you, I think, because in the morning, yeah, this is okay, 15. And then for the next, what we can do for PT, and then for the next. Okay, please, you can share your idea how to solve this problem, because before, oh, sorry, before we
Find the EP, sir.
find the
EP.
A,
EP. Because
PT,
of
okay, okay.
ABD
Proposition.
and ABE are similar.
Similar. Okay, so we can find at least yeah, one is enough to find yeah, find the EP, EP. Okay, find the EP.
Yes,
Go
sir.
to find the EP, PE.
We can use proposition, sir, maybe.
Propositions. Okay, go to find the propositions.
Because of triangle ABD is similar to triangle ABE.
Okay, triangle APG and APE and yeah, similar. Okay, so we can this proposition, and yeah, there's a lot of the ways to solve this problem, and yeah, of course you have the lot of the idea, and we can also solve this problem with several idea. And one example or one way to solve this problem is also we can also use the area of the triangle ABD. Yeah,
Was
it's equals to
triangle.
yeah, we can look at the triangle ABD. Yeah, because this is the yeah, rectangle, so we can that this is 9 times 12 over 2. Yeah, half of the so we can say that this is the yeah, we can count that this is 44 54, and then we can also look at the triangle ABD. This is also we can find that the area of triangle ABD is also yes equals to 45 54, and then this equals 15 times this is a BD is 15 times AE, AE, and then AE for 2. Yeah, so we can find that AE equals this is the 108 for 15. Okay, this is equal
100 and
108 for 5. We can count for AE equals, can you count? It is about 7.2. 7.2. Okay, you can try to correct this answer. So you know that AE is look at that this is 7.2, so we can easy to find the PE by using the Pythagorean theorems, or we can also use the previous topics about the geometric means. Geometric means is mean that PE for AE is equals AE over ED. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we can write that PE, we will find the PE over 7.2 equals AE. This is 7.2, and this is AD. AD we can use the Pythagorean theorems, so we can that ED is also the we can use the theorem, the Pythagorean theorem. ED is a square root of the 12 minus 7.2 squares. Okay, this is about 9.7. That is that this is 9. I'm sorry, 0.6. So we can find that PE is equals we can this that PE equals 5.4. You can try to count. Okay, because PE is 5.4, so we can see that the EF equals EF is mean the PD minus, yeah, as we know that PD minus 2 times PE. So EF is equals 15 minus 2 times 5.4. Yeah, so EF equals to, yeah, so the 4.2. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is an example of the how to solve the problem by using the theorems and previous topic, and also about the geometric mean. And of course, this is only one example of the solutions. You have others solutions, and this is okay, no problem. So you don't need to follow my way how to solve the problem, but you can use your own solution. Yeah, this is open for you to try to solve the problem. Okay, yeah, this is one example to use. And now we will talk about the circle. Of course, you already know what is the circle, and you can also draw the circle, but this is important for us to discuss, start from the basic. So this is the reason why we have to learn about basic geometry. This is the as a base for you to teach. Yeah, when you teach that circle, you have to know the definitions, the postulate, theorems. Even you will not give or explain to your students when you teach in the junior or senior high school. You will not teach about the theorem. You will not about talk about the postulate, but you have to know about the theorems. So you can explain to the students clearly and based on the good definitions and also the theorem. Okay, this is the basic definitions of the circle. The first is basic definitions, and as we know that a circle, yeah, circle is a set, yeah, is a set of the points in a plane that are all on equal distance from a fixed point. Yeah, if we have the point A, so there is a lot of points that have the equal distance from this point. So we can call that this is the circle. Yeah, this circle. And now please carefully that when we have the shape like this is not circle. Yeah, but this is the area of the circle. Yeah, so the good example of the circle is not the plate or piring. Yeah, piring or yeah others, but the good example of the circle is ring. Ya, cincin ya. Cincin this is a good example of the, tapi bukan piring ya. Piring atau apa? So this is not a circle. So the yeah, I try to find the circle, but there is no. Yeah, okay. Yeah, circle. There is no area of the. Yeah, this is the circle. Yeah, only the set of the point, kumpulan titik-titik. Yeah. Okay. So carefully about the definitions. So this is the, yeah, actually there is a lot of points here, and this is the set, himpunan dari titik-titik. Yeah, himpunan dari titik-titik and combined, and then we have the, yeah, we have the same distance from the, they have the same distance from the point A. And then we have the radius of a circle, or in Indonesian is jari-jari. Yeah, radius is a segment whose endpoints are the center and a point on the circle. This is the endpoint of the radius. So we have the, this is radius. The endpoint of this segment is the center of the circle and also the circle, the point in the circle. Yeah, this is the point on points on the circle. This is the radius. And we have another definition. This is a chord of a circle. Chord. Chord is a segment with the endpoint on the circle. Yeah, this is the chord. This is segment, and the end of the segment is points on the circle. Yeah, this is the chord. Okay, and the next is diameter. Diameter is also chords. Yeah, diameter is also chord, but have the special characteristic. This is the diameter is a chord that contains the center of the circle. Yeah, so we can draw. This is the this is a diameter. Jadi diameter itu adalah kalau chord itu dalam bahasa Indonesia tali busur ya. Jadi diameter itu adalah tali busur. Jadi definisi sebenarnya diameter itu ya tali busur itu ya definisi awalnya. Jadi muncul lebih awal itu bukan diameternya tapi tali busurnya dulu. Special chord that contain the center of the circle is diameter. Diameter itu tali busur yang mempunyai atau melewati pusat lingkaran ya, jadi itu. Jadi diameter itu adalah tali busur gitu. Jadi seperti itu. Jadi ini definisinya. This is the definition that the chord is that contain the center of the circle. Okay. And we have the definitions of the tangent. Tangent that the tangent of a circle is a line that intersects the circle in exactly one point. So if we have a circle and this is the line and intersects the circle in exactly one point. So we can call that, for example, this is L. L is a tangent. Atau dalam bahasa Indonesia or in Indonesia we call this garis singgung. Ya, garis singgung. Yeah, tangent or garis singgung. So it is like the concept in the trigonometry, there's tangent, secant, yeah, and other. This is also close. This is they have relations between the tangent and secant in the circle and also in trigonometry that we will discuss and learn in the next topics and also in the next lecture. Yeah, okay. The tangent is at least one point, exactly one point, and the second is the secant is a line that intersects the circle in exactly 2 points. Yeah. In Indonesia is garis memotong lingkaran, ya, garis yang memotong lingkaran. Memotong, then the line, for example, this line M intersect the circle, so they will have the 2 points. So it is impossible when a line intersect the circle and only have one point in common. So at least there is 2 points in common when a lines intersect the circle. Jadi pasti ada 2 titik gitu ya. Jadi tidak mungkin 3 titik ya. So it is impossible when there is 3 intersect points ya. And then an inscribed angle is an angle with vertex on a circle and with a set that contains chords of the circle. So if we have a circle and inscribed angle is an angle with vertex on a circle. This is vertex and there is a angle with a set that contains chords of the circle. This is chord of the circle. So we call this as an inscribed angle, or in bahasa Indonesia we know this sudut keliling, ya, sudut keliling. You already know about this. And the next is central angles, is an angle with vertex at the center of a circle. So this is center and this is the angles. So we can call this central angle, or in Indonesian is sudut pusat, ya. Sudut keliling, sudut pusat. Okay, this definitions about the circle that you have to know and as a basic for you when you become a teacher in junior and senior high schools. Yeah, so this is very important for you. Okay, and then we know the minor arcs and major arcs. Arcs is in Indonesia is busur, ya. The busur. Okay, this is arc. When there is 2 points in a circle, and so we can call this is a minor arc. This is a minor arc, and this is minor. And this is a major arc. Okay, minor arcs, and this is a major arc. And we can set this is, for example, if this call this AP, so this is AP is the arcs of AP, and the measure of minor arcs we write that MAP. So this is the measure of minor arcs, besar sudut, besar busur. Yeah. Okay, and we have the congruent chords. Yeah, congruent chords. If we have the circle, and when they have the, this is the chord. Yeah, this is a chord, and this is another chord. When, yeah, this is AP and this is CT. Congruent chords, we can call that congruent chord if the when the measure of the AP and CT is congruent, so we can call that this is the congruent chord. And congruent arcs, if we have this arcs of AP and arcs CT, it is we can call this is the congruent arcs. And if we have others circle, this is circle A and this is circle B, we can call this is congruent circle if they have the same size of the radius. So at least they have the size of the measure of the radius. If they have the same size, so we can call that the circle A and circle B is are congruent. So the congruent circles if the both of the circle have the same radius. Okay, this is a congruent circle. You can learn by yourself about this topic. Okay, and then we have the postulate, addition postulate. If we have the circle and we have the point A and B, and so we have the arcs AB, and then the measure of if we have the C here, so if we have the measure of AC and the measure of CB, the addition of this two arcs equals to the measure of AP. Yeah. So this is the AC and this is CP and this is the air in central. Okay, this is the postulate that you can use to solve the problem and also to prove this theorem. And no, you have yeah, this is a lot of theorems in the circle topics. Yeah, I read there is 20 theorems. Yeah, I think if you have to prove the 20 theorems, I think solve this problem. I think, but I think yeah, you don't need to prove all of the theorem, but at least you can understand, and you can also try to prove one of or several theorems as an exercise. But the most important is you can use these theorems to solve the problem. This is most important for you, and also you can also think about the situations of each of these theorems. Yeah. Okay. The first theorem is in a circle or in a congruent circle, the congruent chord is have the congruent minor arcs. Yeah. For example, when we have the congruent chord, this is a chord. If we have the congruent chord, this is also chord. If A, B, C, D, and EF, for example, EF and CD are congruent chords, so they will have the minor arcs that is also congruent. Jadi kalau tali busurnya kongruen, nanti busurnya juga akan kongruen. Itu inti dari teorema yang pertama. Jadi prinsipnya seperti itu. Sehingga teorema-teorema ini sudah sering saudara gunakan, gitu ya, sudah saudara pahami, tapi ini penting untuk menjadi dasar, gitu ya. Menjadi dasar teoremanya itu seperti ini, gitu ya. Because it already knows that from the junior or even in elementary schools that they can you use, but yeah, but this is important for you to understand about the topics. Yeah, okay. There is some of the messages that Delia have a problem with problem, just join the Zoom meeting. Okay, it's no problem. Yeah, and also Mutiara Friska also problem. Okay, if you have the problem with your connections or your internet connection, so it's no problem for you. And also if you have the problem with you cannot join, it's no problem because I will record and I will upload in the Elena. So it's no problem for you when you cannot join the Zoom meeting. Yeah, and also we will not have a Zoom meeting for 2 or 3 SKS, but yeah, I think this we will discuss in general and we will discuss in detail about this in a Elena forum discussions. Okay, yeah, I think this is the problem. And please, I will upload this note and also the records. There is several theorems that we can use to solve the problem. And yeah, if for example, number 8, a line is perpendicular to a radius at a point on the circle, then the line is tangent to the circle. Yeah, please you can try to write an illustration of the situation of these theorems. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, sorry, yeah. Sometimes it's also we have the problem with the internet connections. Yeah. Okay, so there is several theorems that you can try, and in the end, I choose at least 2 or yeah 3 or yeah 2 problem that you can try to solve and we can discuss together. The first is if given that this is a 80 is equals to the measure of ours BC. So you have to prove that AB and CD are parallel. Yeah, please you can try to solve, not now, but you can also try after this meeting. Yeah, and you can discuss with your friends. And the number 2 is if we have the PA is a tangent of tangent to the circle O. Yeah, PA is tangent, and OA is 10 centimeter. Is 10 centimeter, and PA is 24 centimeter. And please to find the length of PC. Okay. Okay, the length of PC. Please you can trace and but the voice and also the picture is not, the video is not same, but I think hopefully you can understand the I mean. Okay. Okay, you can try to do this exercise and you can discuss with your friends for today. And this is also example how to prove that we can try to, yeah. For example, if we have the statement like this, how to prove the first, just repeat that that we can already discuss in the previous meetings, that when we have this statement, then you can translate in the in this form. For example, the perpendicular bisector of a chord contains the center of the circle, so we can change the form into the given and proof form. Ya, jadi kalau ada pernyataan seperti ini dan diminta untuk membuktikan, maka untuk membuktikannya diubah menjadi bentuk seperti ini, apa yang diketahui dan apa yang harus dibuktikan. Perpendicular bisector of a chord contains the center of the circle. AB is a chord of the circle O, and L is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Yeah, this is L and this is AB. bisector and perpendicular. Okay, and so we have to prove that O is a point of L. Make sure that O is the point of L, and you can try to write the statement and also the reason. The first, L is perpendicular. This is given. L is perpendicular to BA is given, and OA equals OB. OB is definition of circle. Of course, this is OA and OB is equals because this is a circle. And 3, O lies on L. Lies on L because this is the, a point existent from points A and B belongs to the perpendicular bisector of AB, and this is the theorems about triangles. When we have the a point existent from point A, dia punya suatu titik panjangnya jaraknya sama dengan dua buah titik, maka di sini garis yang ketika garisnya tegak lurus itu pasti akan melewati titik yang mempunyai panjang yang sama. Ya, jadi itu. Okay, I think this is the end of our meeting today, and we can discuss in Elena forum for this exercise, and at least you can understand about these theorems, and also you can try to find the others problem and also how to prove these theorems, and this is topic about circle for this week's meeting. Okay. If you have any question or you have any comment or others, please you can open your microphone and please you can talk. Silakan kalau ada yang ingin ditanyakan atau ada yang ingin disampaikan. Oke, ada pertanyaan? Okay, I think it's clear, yeah, and you can discuss in detail about this in Elena and also in the others forum, yeah. Okay, we have 1 hour for meeting. I think it's enough. We don't need to have a long time to online meetings, because this, and it is not good when we have a long time for online meetings. Jadi tidak sehat juga untuk terlalu lama di depan layar, ya. Jadi saudara juga perlu beristirahat, gitu ya. Jadi seperti itu. Jadi makanya alasan saya juga salah satunya kenapa menghindari terlalu banyak di depan layar, gitu. Jadi kita perlu istirahat, gitu ya. Jadi saudara juga perlu istirahat, mungkin harusnya selama 20 menit istirahat, gitu ya. 20 menit istirahat, mulai lagi dan sebagainya, tapi gitu ya. Dan ini sudah 1 jam, saya kira sudah cukup, dan nanti bisa kita diskusikan lewat Elena dan yang lainnya. Kalau ada pertanyaan silahkan ya. Jadi saudara kalau ada pertanyaan bisa disampaikan ke saya, gitu ya. Jadi atau mungkin bisa diskusikan dengan teman-teman, gitu ya. Memang kondisi sekarang belum memungkinkan untuk bertemu langsung dan diskusi langsung. Memang kuliah online tetap ada keterbatasannya, gitu ya. Tapi saya kira tidak masalah karena juga tetap bisa berjalan, gitu ya. Dan sepertinya mungkin semester depan juga masih online lagi ya. Jadi sepertinya prediksinya perkiraan nanti semester depan masih online, gitu ya, sampai mungkin ya pertengahan semester, gitu ya. Jadi kita tunggu. Tapi semoga kondisinya sudah semakin membaik, nanti bisa kita lebih baik lagi, gitu ya. Jadi gitu, dan saudara juga perlu banyak istirahat. You need a lot of time for the time, and tapi tidak terlalu banyak istirahat, gitu ya. Jadi nanti terlalu banyak santai, tidak. Tapi istirahat itu penting. It's the reason why I not give the a lot of the too hard task for you, ya. Jadi tidak terlalu banyak memberikan tugas yang berat dan saudara harus lembur-lembur, saya kira tidak, gitu ya. Jadi saudara kan harapannya tidak sampai jam 12 malam masih mengerjakan soal geometri, saya kira kan tidak, gitu ya. Saya kira harapannya tidak terlalu berat, dan waktu istirahat akhir pekan juga saudara juga manfaatkan untuk istirahat. Jadi saya selalu berpesan pada mahasiswa saya, Sabtu Minggu jangan pikirkan geometri. Jadi seperti itu. Jadi saudara juga sama. Jadi Sabtu Minggu lepas bukunya, jangan buka buku geometri. Jadi saudara akhir pekan bersama keluarga, gitu. Jadi nikmati waktu istirahat bersama keluarga. Tapi nanti kalau sudah hari kerja dan jam belajar aktif dan maksimal. Jadi seperti itu. Jadi bahkan kalau saya dulu kalau di Jerman itu prinsipnya jam 5 sore itu jam 5 kerja, jam hari kerja itu jam 9 sampai jam 5 sore. Setelah itu sudah nggak pegang pekerjaan. Jadi seperti itu. Jadi tapi saya kira di sini agak susah gitu ya, sulit untuk seperti itu. Jadi seperti itu. Dan juga bisa dimaklumi kadang saya mungkin waktunya juga kadang telat gitu ya, saya memberikan tugas pada bukan tugas, materi-materi di Elena terlambat itu karena ya mungkin sekaligus saya infokan bahwa saya sudah 2 tahun ini saya dapat tugas tambahan samping menjadi dosen juga menjadi staf ahli rektor di bidang akademik gitu ya. Jadi saya harus mendampingi Pak Rektor kaitannya dengan bidang akademik gitu ya. Jadi termasuk pembelajaran online itu juga menjadi tugas saya untuk mengawal pelaksanaannya gitu. Jadi kadang waktu rapat Rabu jam 1 gitu ya. Jadi saya tidak bisa, wah ini saya sambil ngajar itu di depan Pak Rektor, tidak bisa gitu. Tapi karena hal mendesak kadang gitu ya. Jadi seperti itu gitu ya. Jadi bisa dimaklumi gitu ya. Jadi tapi sebisa mungkin saya berusaha untuk mengajar dan mendampingi, memfasilitasi saudara-saudara sesuai dengan capaian pembelajaran yang diharapkan. Untuk itu, saudara perlu banyak belajar mandiri. Seperti tadi saya sampaikan, siswa dan mahasiswa itu berbeda gitu ya. Jadi mahasiswa itu lebih banyak mandiri, belajar gitu ya, tidak perlu menunggu. Ini kan belum dijelaskan oleh Pak Adi gitu ya, jadi tidak harus gitu ya. Saudara, saya sudah memberikan poin-poinnya, saudara bisa lebih banyak menggali lebih dalam. Jadi itu. Gitu ya. Jadi kalau Permendikbud nomor 3 tahun 2020 itu menyebutkan pembelajaran di universitas adalah student centered learning. Jadi karakteristik perkuliahannya itu adalah mandiri. Gitu ya. Dan saudara juga nanti tahun 2020 ini angkatan 2020 nanti siap-siap saudara menggunakan kurikulum baru Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka gitu ya. Sudah mengenal Kampus Merdeka? Kita ya, nanti saudara kuliah di prodi nanti 1 sampai 5, semester 1 sampai semester 5. Bahkan semester 3 saudara sudah bisa mengambil mata kuliah di luar UNES gitu. Jadi mau kuliah di UPI atau mau kuliah di mana, mengambil mata kuliah di sana bisa. Masuk tadi pagi saya mengajar di UPI gitu ya. Besok nanti mahasiswa UPI akan belajar, saya yang mengajar. Jadi itu. Jadi dosennya bertukar dosen, mahasiswanya juga bertukar. Jadi seperti itu. Ya. Jadi tadi pagi saya mengajar bertukaran dengan dosen di UPI, dan seperti itu gitu ya. Saudara juga sama. Tidak hanya UPI, luar negeri juga silahkan. Tadi malam saya dapat email dari teman saya di Jerman, minta gitu ya, minta ada nggak mahasiswamu yang mau kuliah di Jerman. Jadi seperti itu gitu ya. Nah, ini kesempatan saudara kelas internasional itu akan mendapatkan prioritas gitu ya. Jadi makanya dipersiapkan dari sekarang. Saya ini harus menyeleksi gitu ya, menyeleksi siapa yang bisa kan gitu ya. Jadi tadi pagi saya baru dikirimi email gitu ya. Saya butuh beberapa mahasiswamu untuk belajar di sana, katanya nanti double degree. Jadi apa namanya gelar ganda ya. Gelar ganda bisa jadi nanti kalau terlaksana nanti gelarnya dapat atau ijazahnya dapat dari sini dan dari Jerman. Itu memungkinkan gitu ya. Itu ya bisa kita rancang. Jadi saudara nanti lulus dapat ijazah 2. Itu kalau mungkin nanti bisa terlaksana dan bisa terrealisasi seperti itu. Dan itu dibuka Pak. Itu kan yang hubungi saya itu dekan gitu ya. Dekan dari Universitas Würzburg di Jerman. Jadi dia saya minta mahasiswamu gitu ya. Jadi ya ini ada kesempatan. Jadi saya harus menyeleksi. Seperti tahun sebelumnya saya seleksi, tapi sayangnya yang saya kirim belum lolos gitu ya. Ya makanya di sini nanti saudara perlu persiapan gitu ya. Persiapan dari materi matematikanya, dari pembelajaran dan juga dari bahasa. Apalagi kelas internasional sangat memungkinkan dan banyak potensi, dan ini tentu saja dapat prioritas. Ini kenapa kok saya sampaikan di sini supaya saudara ini masih masih awal-awal supaya pemanasan gitu ya, supaya siap-siap dari sekarang. Jadi seperti itu. Dan dia minta mahasiswa S1, S2 atau S3 gitu. Jadi itu. Jadi itu yang dia minta. Dan kemarin juga ada dari Amerika juga menghubungi saya untuk berkolaborasi, dan nanti tahun 2022 dia bilangnya akan datang ke Indonesia untuk 3 bulan. Jadi seperti itu. Jadi dari Amerika. Jadi ya gitu ya, itu sebagai gambaran dan sebagai untuk sisi lain, selain saya mengajar geometri juga saya punya kewajiban untuk memberikan informasi-informasi terkait dengan perkuliahan saudara. Jadi seperti itu ya. Dan ya saya kira gitu ya, dan nanti lebih detail dan lebih ini juga silakan hal-hal yang berkaitan dengan geometri silakan hubungi saya untuk tanya dan sebagainya. Dan berkaitan dengan perkuliahan juga silakan saudara bisa menghubungi saya untuk menanyakan beberapa hal. Jadi walaupun mungkin saya bukan dosen wali saudara, gitu ya, saya menjadi dosen wali semester kelas internasional angkatan 2018, gitu ya. Tapi tidak langsung saya tutup, ini kan bukan perwalian saya, nggak boleh tanya-tanya ke saya, bukan. Jadi seperti itu. Jadi silakan bisa tanya ke saya. Dan saya sangat senang kalau saudara punya motivasi yang tinggi dan semangat dan walaupun belum lihat UNES tapi sudah bangga dan cinta UNES, itu akan sangat bagus gitu ya. Jadi seperti itu. Jadi kemarin pas di rapat juga kita mengkhawatirkan ini teman adik-adik mahasiswa ini belum pernah ketemu kampus, gimana mau cinta UNES kan gitu. Wajahnya saja belum ketemu gitu. Jadi belum melihat wajahnya UNES, bagaimana mau cinta UNES gitu. Jadi seperti itu. Tapi harapannya dengan kondisi seperti ini, dengan saya memberikan motivasi dan sebagainya, saudara bisa cinta dengan UNES. Jadi seperti itu gitu ya. Saya juga alumni UNES gitu ya. S1, S2 saya UNES gitu ya. Jadi S1, S2 UNES, S3-nya baru ke Jerman. Jadi seperti itu. Jadi gitu. Apalagi saudara punya potensi yang tinggi, walaupun bukan berarti ini, berarti kalau menjadi warga Indonesia saja, tapi warga dunia kan gitu. Jadi prinsip saya seperti itu. Jadi saya menjadi warga dunia. Jadi ketika saya berinteraksi itu ya interaksinya dengan teman-teman lintas negara bahkan lintas benua gitu. Jadi gitu. Ya sekarang saya dari 5 benua yang ada, 4 benua sudah saya injak, bukan injak ya, sudah saya lewati semuanya kan gitu. Dan masih 1 benua yang belum, benua Afrika. Jadi walaupun pembimbing saya itu pembimbing kedua saya itu orang Afrika. Jadi 1 Jerman, 2 Afrika. Ya jadi seperti itu. Jadi itu ya artinya kita termasuk ini juga referensi yang saya pakai di referensi yang saya pakai di perkuliahan ini juga harapannya referensi-referensi yang dari secara internasional gitu ya. Jadi seperti itu. Jadi bisa berlaku untuk internasional. Termasuk nanti saudara juga praktek itu juga kemarin saya membimbing praktek mahasiswa kelas internasional itu di Gandhi International Schools. Dia ngajar anak-anak Amerika, Inggris yang bapaknya kuliah di Indonesia, tugas di Indonesia. Jadi dia PPL ngajar anak-anak yang orang tuanya kerja di Indonesia, orang dari Kanada, dari Inggris, dari Korea kemarin gitu ya. Jadi dia mengajar walaupun di Semarang, tapi PPL-nya ngajar kelas internasional, sekolah internasional. Dan saudara juga sangat terbuka kemungkinan saudara nanti PPL di luar negeri, Singapura atau di Malaysia atau di Jerman atau di mana, kan gitu ya. Jadi dan untuk mahasiswa angkatan 2020 ini kami menyiapkan kurikulum yang Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka. Jadi artinya semester 5 itu sudah selesai semuanya mata kuliahnya. Semester 6 saudara bebas memilih, boleh mengambil prodi bahkan di ekonomi. Misalnya saudara mau mengambil mata kuliah di Fakultas Ekonomi, atau saya mau mengambil mata kuliah di Fakultas Teknik, karena saya ingin nanti mengembangkan ini pembelajaran matematika tapi berkaitan dengan teknik. Bukan karena saya cowoknya di FT, bukan seperti itu gitu ya. Jadi motivasinya bukan karena ada sesuatu di sana, tapi memang keilmuannya ingin mempelajari. Bahkan bisa mempelajari di luar UNES, jadi itu. Dan nanti semester 7 dan 8 saudara bisa langsung terjun 1 kali praktek dan praktek dan nanti bisa untuk PPL, KKN dan skripsi. Jadi seperti itu gitu ya. Dan ya baik itu ya. Jadi saya kira ini mungkin tambahan ya, ekstra, tidak terkait dengan geometri, tapi ini lebih ke motivasi buat saudara untuk ke depan supaya ada gambaran gitu ya. Saya kira sudah cukup gitu ya. Atau ada pertanyaan atau ada yang disampaikan? Kalau memang tidak ada, ini bisa kita akhiri. Saya kira sudah cukup ya. Atau ada pertanyaan? Do you have any question? Enough? Yeah. Okay, it's enough. And so we can see you in the next meeting or in the others
Apa namanya?
Yeah, sorry, I think have a lost connections. Okay, I will use this another device, and yeah, I think this is enough for today's, and see you next meeting, and good afternoon everyone, and yeah, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome.